Hello, everybody. Welcome to Toy Talk and Stuff, my online toy museum. This is GL1, and it's Saturday night, and I've got nothing better to do than share with you some toys that I've recently gotten, and some toys that I was not going to get. But the price became so low that I couldn't resist, and actually I'm happy I did. And what I bought was the horse for He-Man Stridor, or Stridor. So, heroic warhorse and retro play. And here's the box, the empty box for it. And it shows you on the back, how you can attach Stridor, the base. It comes with a base, and how you can attach it to the Grayskull Castle. Okay, now that's pretty cool. So here is the base, and it has, like a holder for the horse, so you can raise the horse up, and it comes with two different protectors for the horse's face, armor protectors, and here's, I guess, the part that slides into the castle. But the horse itself is really pretty neat. All right, so I put on it, this is Snake Armor He-Man. Okay, you can put whatever He-Man you want. And it has, the rope to control the horse here that fits in his mouth. So the reins to the horse fit in its mouth, and check this out. The horse's mouth has a spring, and you can take the reins out or put them in and close it up in there. So that's pretty cool. And the armored head, so it has like war armor. Of course, he has like a robot head. But what's neat is it has a couple of joints in there so you can look around, and it has articulated legs. They don't have lateral articulation, but they have knees and shoulders and feet on both the front and the back. And you have these, you have the guns that go here, but it also has blast effects that come on and off. Now, I got this for $5. So, I think this was like $30 when it first came out. And then, sometimes it'd be clearance for like 17 or 18, but $5, I couldn't resist. So here you can put these like squishy plastic blast effects on there. It comes with 3 of those. And the tail moves. And, so does the gun turret in the back. And you have like your, electronics. And yeah, so if you want, you can put on, the less warrior-like head armor, okay, for the horse. But I like this one better. And here's what's neat. So here's how you can use this here, this stand. So you can have the horse rearing up, and you can have the legs bending, and then this plugs into the belly. And then you can have it just sitting there and rearing up. And then, yeah, the guns, actually, they're made to come off kind of easily, so that if your hero needs a gun, they can hold it. You can, maybe take that off, and then you can put that in their hand, and then they have a laser to hold on to as well. So that's pretty cool. All right, well, we can compare this to the old one because I have the old one. So here's the old one. Now, it might be missing some parts. I don't know. The head doesn't move. It doesn't, I don't have any kind of headpiece for it. I don't know if it had one. I really didn't look it up. But I've had this for many years. And you can see the legs don't articulate. They don't even move. Let's see if the back legs move a little bit. No, they don't move at all. Now, you could see that there's detail here on both legs, like hydraulic details. But, the new one has some paint on there. These are actually a little bit more detailed. But, very similar. You have The tail is missing. You have the turret. You have the same electronics on the back. The drawing. Let's see. Let's take a look at that. Actually, the old one's a little bit better, right? A little bit better detail. And let me show you the figure that I put in here. This is a figure that Mrs. GL1 got me at like a yard sale, or actually a flea market. That's what it was. She got me a bunch of them, and they were all really scratched up. I have some original He-Man that were also scratched up that I painted. I custom painted them, not to look like, to different outfits actually, not just to get them back to the way they were. But you could see I put gold and glitter, and I put a lot of detail into it because it was so scratched up. I figured, why not? And I wasn't thinking, recovering the value. I was just thinking, I want to play with it, and I want it to look better. So I figured, well, I need a King Randor. And I had this ring that the metal had worn so thin that it was smashing my finger. So it looks like this was King Randor, and it had a crown. So I said, well, I'll put the ring on his head, and then this can be his battle steed. And so there, I have a King Randor, and this is old. This is like the 1980s. It's got the rubber band legs, and you have the spring action in here, and it can hold like one weapon. And so no elbows, no knees, no feet moving around, but I can get him to sit inside the old Stridor, and now I have old and new Stridor. All right, so that's Stridor, and another thing that I have is, you may not have seen, is this He-Man with these battle action He-Man here, and you can turn this, and then he has an action in there where you move this handle here, and his weapon spins. And the shield spins too. See that? So that's kind of neat. And so you could put that on Stridor if you wanted. And then I have the reimagining of the 2001 He-Man in the new 5.5-inch scale. This came out, I think, earlier in the year. Actually, yeah, it came out earlier in the year. Both actually, so did Snake Armor He-Man up there. And this is actually the same. These are both from the 2001 He-Man design. And this is a He-Man shark vehicle that's also from the 2001 He-Man series. And, I just took his shield, and I just took a bungee and stuck it on there. And it came with 4 missiles. I only been able to find 3, but there was a missile that went in its mouth, and of course you have the controller here, and then you have firing missiles. All of them fire, so you push that forward, and the missile will fire. And in fact, this comes off too. So if you're going to store it, you can store it pretty easily. Okay. And then got that guy. Oh, right. And the coolest thing about this is it has a wheel on the bottom. And when you roll it, the mouth moves, the fins move, and the tail moves. So it's like you can pretend it's moving underwater, Now, this is for the 2001 He-Man scale, and so those are a little larger, and the feet will touch, but not this guy. And it has a seatbelt, so that's pretty cool. It stays on. And if you haven't seen Snake Armor He-Man, there's the Snake Armor He-Man from the Classics line, which I have, and I've shown before. And you can still get that on eBay. It's pretty expensive. It's like $100 or $150. It comes as a set with King Hiss. But here he is. This is now, you can get this for like $30, $40. Unfortunately, it's gone up. It was like 20 when it came out, or 16. And so this is Snake Armor He-Man, and you could see it has a different He-Man skull, or face, I mean, and hair. This is the 2001 He-Man design. You see this here is our typical He-Man design, the head, and this is kind of, they wanted to give him a different, it's kind of a I don't know, it's sort of a more youthful, hip haircut. And this comes off. This is for, like, it's supposed to shoot out and attach to a tether, and the weapon to pull bad guys closer to him. And then I guess he can use his, this is the Eternia sword, He-Man's sword, from the 2001 series. It looked like that, actually. And so he's just, I love this figure. This is great. And I especially love the Classics line one. But all right, so that's who's riding Stridor. Well, I also wasn't intending to buy this whole set here in the back. Let me get these out of the way. But I ended up getting this set because this originally was something like $50, and then it went down to $30, and then it went down to $15. And I figured, eventually it's going to do that, and I'm going to get it. And you can see it's got some pretty cool things in there. It's got some pieces that are going to go to Castle Grayskull. Oh, and it has a couple of dragons. So you can see the dragons set up on Castle Grayskull, and then a display stand. Okay, it doesn't attach to the castle. Okay, so you can just take your battle cat, your wounded battle cat, and put it on there. So I'm going to open that up. All right, well, I've opened everything up. Oh, and by the way, this is called the Flying Fists He-Man. So these are like fists. So I couldn't recall the name right away when I was, playing with it. So, all right. So now to this set here. All right. So what's cool about it? All right. So here you have, this comes with it, packaged in the box. So it could fit in the box. It fits together like a puzzle. So you can just, push that together, and the pieces will fit. I kind of gotta, push those together. All right, there you go. So you have a nice base, and then you have battle-damaged Cringer, all right? So, who's now Battle Cat, and, he's got a mouth that opens and closes, and you can take his head armor off. It's got a invisible, like, bungee on there. All right, so Battle Cat can be on this display stand. And then, so here you have battle-damaged He-Man. And look at how, this is kind of cool. The articulation of the head is different than it used to be. It's not just up and down and left and right, but look, it can also do, sort of like an Egyptian. Do-do-do-do-do, right? So you can do that. It's got a nice place for the sword to go in the back, a nice slot there. So it fits right in there. And it's got some shoulder wound, a little bit on the leg, and but He-Man's going to be all right. He'll heal real quick. Now here's the battle damaged on his armor, so it's not damaged. So you push that in, kind of, and roll that, and then look, it has like a slice that way, and then you can push it. Oh, and then he got sliced twice, so really damaged, right? So, and the WWE Eternia has Rowdy Roddy Piper with battle damage chest. So actually, before I go, I can show you that. All right, so the head, let's see how all right, that comes off pretty easily. And so here he is, a little bit of, got a cut up on his cheekbone. And then you can put on the yelling head. So he is, right? And you can maybe have the sword. And I did want to show you the comparison between, this is the original Eternia sword, And I had shown you the 2002 He-Man, okay, snake armor with this sword, and I think it's a much neater looking sword, um, what they had then. And then here is my Classics line snake armor He-Man. So you can see similar hairstyle, very similar armor, right? I mean, you can see it's, this is a 7-inch scale. This is 5.5, and of course, a lot more detail. But this is a pretty great figure for, 20 or less when it first came out. And just great, the way that goes together. And then here's his sword. We can compare the two swords. So, again, a little more detail, but hey, not bad. They painted it. And then here is the original 2002 He-Man basic figure. Okay, so he always came with a battle axe and a shield. There's his battle. He's got some cobwebs on him. He's been sitting on the shelf, and then his Castle, Sword of Power, Castle Grayskull Sword of Power, right? And then look what this sword does. So it also shifts. Now the other one that comes with the Classics line does not do this, nor does the sword, this guy. But in the cartoon, the sword, when it would get the power of Grayskull, would open up like that, and the hilt would change, you see, and then the power would go through it and everything, which is just really, really neat. And you could see that the detail on the 2002 He-Man is just really well done. Now you can see I put the this year's version of the 2001 or 2002 He-Man, on that shark, but you can see that they were trying to make, emulate the same thing. Now you can see they toned down the musculature in 2002. Still got really big arms, but they just kind of made him leaner, and it doesn't have elbows or knees that bend. It does have hips and shoulders, but it doesn't have feet that move either. So they do. It's a little difficult to get them to stand up. But just the painting detail, the boots, the clothing, the armor, the weapons, just fantastic. So you could see that though they just took the 5.5-inch scale from the original 1983 He-Man, gave him a bunch of joints, and then copied the 2002 He-Man into that. So, all right, just a little tangent there. All right, and now look, here's our little dragons that came with the set. So, I mean, this is, I got all this for $15. The He-Man, the Battle Cat, and the stand, and these two little dragons. And I guess one is a juvenile maybe and doesn't have his wings yet, right? And then later, I guess they get their wings. So I think that's pretty cool. And you get these little dragons, the head that changes. And one last thing I wanted to show you. I did a show tonight on Optimus Prime, and I don't think I emphasized enough how cool this is, that this talking part of Optimus Prime can interrupt itself. And I don't think I can't think of another toy that talks that can interrupt itself. Watch. Maybe annoying or obnoxious, but pretty cool. If you know of one that can do that, that might be something to keep note of. But it's the only one I can think of. But anyhow, all right. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. And if you can get these things on sale, clearance, and you liked it, I hope you can run out and get it and enjoy that, because they do make nice additions to your He-Man collection. And you got the extra hand you can pull off there, so you can just change the hand if you want. Like he's like, oh no, stop over there. But, you know, a lot of people, I think, are... there's a lot of He-Man toys that go on clearance, so I think there's a lot of people that are not buying them. But they are well-made toys. I got to give them that, and I'm glad they stand behind it, because for people that are fans like me, I really do enjoy the resurgence of these toys, and they're just really well-made. All right, thanks for watching, and I will see you later. Take care.